can this government also guarantee everybody in this country that we can criticize policy, not only free SHS, but free SHS more importantly,
without suffering any retribution,
without any
absolutely,
difficulty at
absolutely.
all, without you seeing us as being opposing to state policy in ways? Or launching a campaign against it.
I am a stickler for free speech. You know, there are those who limit free speech to pleasant speech. That is when you praise me or say nice things about me that should be accepted. I don't believe that anybody who says anything, unless of course a clear red line is crossed, incitement to violence or some other form of infraction occurs, should suffer any retribution. You see, speech can be pleasant, it can be harsh, but whether it is harsh or pleasant, nobody should suffer retribution. That is why I have an eternal opposition, even to the way that courts use contempt. I have never agreed with it. In my view, it means that some people are setting themselves above others. Every public official is due for criticism, whether mild or harsh. You may not like it. It may ruin your day. It may get you depressed. But the people in whose name we exercise authority have more than earned the right to say what they feel about our performance or the lack of it. All government officials, whether they are in the executive, they are in parliament. Indeed, during our orientation, we were taken through a presentation, one of which related to contempt of parliament. I had major disagreements with. I don't see why, as a member of parliament, anybody should be dragged to parliament and held in contempt
for being critical,
simply because they've said that, for instance, a law we've passed is useless, or that they do not agree that even parliament should exist. People should be free to express their views. President Mahama is committed to same, and that's why you find that even people who have criticized him severely in the past have been appointed to play some role in this government. Indeed, I read Professor Kwakye Prempeh's post yesterday in recognition of his appointment to chair the Constitution Review Committee. And he made a point that he was quite a critic. Yeah. I must say that he's a mild critic, but he was a critic nonetheless. There are others in there, Dr. Isi Ansah, who, by the way, is the daughter of PAV Ansah.
Yes, true.
Perhaps the fiercest critic of the PNDC NDC.
I
don't know anybody who was more critical of PNDC NDC than him. Dr. Isi Ansah was part of Occupy Ghana. She was fiercely critical. Indeed, she was the one, if I'm not mistaken, who held aloft that placard that said that the king was naked during the Occupy Ghana protest. Subsequently, she took part in some public forums, symposia, aired her views. I can bet you that President Akufo-Addo will never give a position of any form to somebody like that in his government. But President Mahama did not have a difficulty.
Yeah,
in fact, all the people
that's also a way of winning people over.
No, it's not necessarily a way of winning. It simply means that we are going for
it's another way.
No, we are going for the best and brightest. We do not anticipate that Professor Kwakye Prempeh will suddenly become a sympathizer of the NDC simply because of this. He has gravitas. He's seen it all in life. He doesn't need this to be lured to follow the. I don't think that Dr. Esi Ansah will be tempted to join the NDC because of this. But Felix, the point, the fundamental point, is that under this administration, unless very clear red lines are crossed, nobody is going to suffer retribution for airing their views, whether pleasant or unpleasant.